So today we're going to talk about the Buster. We're going to talk about what it does, why it's good, the tactics behind how to use it, and just everything you need to know about this little class. Hey guys, if you like what we're doing here, we have our skins available in the Stream Captain store, and we would love for you guys to rep the TeamVASH skins and be a part of the community. Thank you so much for the support, guys. Okay, so the Buster. This is a fascinating little unit. It is a fast, high damage unit that runs into enemy troops and explodes. So this is essentially a suicide bomber unit. This thing is exceptionally powerful. This thing only has 11 hit points, so you need to make sure it doesn't get hit. That means you don't want to place this unit right on the front line. That's actually a big mistake because an archer is going to hit it, and the archer's, 2 shots, pop, pop, and it's done, right? It's done. The dream is dead. The Buster's toast. You just lost that power. But if you put him kind of behind the front line so that he's really fast, he'll catch up and pass your units, but it'll give your units long enough time to actually push up and have all your tanks start taking the archer fire. Tanks are excellent at soaking archer damage, and then the Buster will then rush right past the front line and basically obliterate the first enemy that it hits. So it's extremely, extremely dangerous. Now, as you can imagine, a 1-for-1 trade is not really a great deal. So typically, you don't want to use the Busters. However, all right, so whenever you see the matches on the screen, with the Death Knights in particular, these Death Knights signify a match with all large units. As you can see, these are all colossal, epic units. There's your normal little guys, there's your epic heroes, and then you have epic spiders, epic slimes, giant trolls, and of course, the Death Knights. The ghosts as well. These are all giant units. These are all very strong. They that is why on the map there's not a ton. Like the amount of units that you're going to fight on a map like this are vastly less than a normal match, and that is because these are exceptionally powerful units. It's like putting all their eggs in one basket. So they got these giant health tanks. Instead of having tons of units, they stack them all into one unit. This makes them extremely vulnerable to Busters. Busters will, as long as they don't get targeted by the elite spiders and the epic slimes, these are the ranged units as well as the ghosts. As long as they don't get targeted by those units, they will run in and one-shot kill any one of these units, no matter how big, no matter how strong. Even the Death Knights, even the giant trolls will get absolutely decimated by these attackers. The Busters are your giant killers, essentially. They at level 7, they're already hitting for 101 damage. Just insane damage. That's why these are considered an assassin class, because these are a 1-for-1 trade. And let me tell you, doing a 1-for-1 trade against an epic enemy unit is a pretty darn good deal. These guys target ground and air, so even if the enemy has flying units, these things will hit them. No problem at all. The unit has a Milestone ability at level 10 that will grant them 20% bonus damage versus armored targets, making them really, really effective against Death Knights specifically. Death Knights are the armored epic unit. They are super, super tanky, high armor. They are, the tanks, and normally the only way to kill them is to use warriors, barbarians, and berserkers. You have to use some kind of melee class that has a bonus versus armored. But these guys are so much more effective, because even a warrior versus a Death Knight, the warrior is still usually going to get beat up really bad or killed by other units that are, participating in the battle. But if your Buster comes up and smacks that Death Knight in the face, it's game over, man. It's game over. That Death Knight just deletes automatically. So the Buster is a super, super powerful weapon for the people who know how to utilize it. However, whenever you watch this game, you're going to watch all these people placing Busters in all these ridiculous locations in front of a bunch of small units, thinking that this thing's going to do something that it's not. In reality, the Buster is completely wasted in 99% of situations. And I have never once ever seen somebody use a buster effectively in a game. However, I have definitely used this unit effectively. This is a very nasty, very high skill unit that you have to be extremely knowledgeable and sly about the placement of this unit on the field. If you know how to do that, however, you're going to basically win games for your team, because those Death Knight battles are some of the hardest battles in the entire game, and they will wreck you so hard, especially on those 4 skull missions, if your team is not exceptionally prepared for the onslaught. They are nasty, nasty missions. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching the show. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up. It really helps us out. Ring that bell for notifications and leave a comment down below and let me know what you think or if you have any questions. Thank you so much for being a part of the Vash Corps, guys. Means the world, man. Thank you so much for watching my videos and making it possible to create content for you guys. I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, yeah!